Today, I'm going to tell you something about credit cards and how they affect your retirement. And trust me, it's not what you think. Beyond using credit cards when you shop, credit takes on a life of its own compared to using cash for doing business. The bank that issued your credit card makes the actual payment for your purchase, while at the same time relying on your promise to repay them. As a service for providing you the credit, they charge you for the use of their money, the money that they credited a seller on your behalf. You have a choice on selecting which credit card to use. There are hundreds of banks that issue credit cards, and most people choose the one with the lowest interest rate. For that matter, folks think that the interest rate they pay for credit is the most important thing about credit itself, but they would be wrong. But here's the thing. It's not the interest rate that's the most important consideration when you use credit. The single most important aspect of credit is that you have the availability of credit in the first place, and not the rate. The interest rate is actually secondary. Now, if you're a homeowner, this is especially important, as you'll see later on. When a credit card company makes you an offer of credit, the offer has to be accompanied by a truth in lending statement. This shows the cost of the money that you'll pay when you borrow from them. In other words, the money the bank will pay on your behalf, plus also the conditions that you must abide by in accepting credit from them. Now here's the thing. The actual cost of purchases you make using a credit card is open-ended if you don't pay the full credit card balance at the end of the statement period, usually monthly. So when you make a purchase using a credit card, you really don't know how much the purchase will cost you. The actual amount will be based on when you pay the complete balance and if you pay by the due date. Otherwise, the bank will add other charges and possibly fees, like late fees. So if you buy a TV for $400 using your credit card and you pay for it over time, that TV can cost you far more than the purchase price, depending on the interest rate and any late payments. That's a classic example of how a credit card can cost you money. But your credit card could also save you money. And if you're a homeowner, it can save you a lot of money. Now, to do that, you're going to be able to have access to credit. You're going to have to show that you're creditworthy. The most commonly accepted way of judging if you're in fact creditworthy, meaning you can be trusted to pay your bills, is what's called your FICO score. Now, your FICO credit score is the way credit card companies determine a borrower's creditworthiness. And the way FICO is calculated, it's actually kept secret. That's because it's another way the financial industry is able to trick you into giving them more of your money. Did you know that it's impossible for anyone to have a perfect FICO score? Now, while it is important that creditors have a way to determine if you're creditworthy, the system is tilted for their benefit. Here's what's going on. Working with the credit agencies, they justify high interest charges on your credit card balance with the secret FICO scoring system. And there's no way you can have a perfect FICO score. As bad as this is, there's something even more insidious and financially harmful about this credit score scam. It's one of the main reasons that people, folks just like you, can't save enough for retirement. Even with a low starting rate on a credit card, the amount you pay for credit can be much higher because of the credit score scam combined with an increase in the prime rate, plus all the fees that can be added on. Remember that the interest rate you're quoted in the Truth in Lending statement is the lowest interest rate you'll pay. The important thing to know is that the interest rate charged on your credit card balance is much higher than the interest you earn on your savings. So don't try to save money for retirement until you pay off your debts, because high interest costs make saving for retirement pointless. Now that I've painted such a gloomy picture about the effect of credit cards on your ability to save for retirement, I'm going to turn this all around and tell you that credit cards can also be your greatest weapon in your ability to have $1 million retirement nest egg. You heard me right. Credit cards are actually good for you because when used in the way that I'll explain in the next video, you're going to be in for a shock when you understand how powerful they can be in helping you retire with more money than you ever thought possible. Be sure to watch for my next video. And don't forget, pick up a copy of my book, Essential Steps to Retirement Security, if you haven't already done so. You'll learn all the tricks the financial industry uses to prevent you from getting ahead and have the rich, rewarding retirement you deserve. The information is invaluable for anyone who wants to win the retirement game. Don't gamble with your retirement. Order your copy of Essential Steps to Retirement Security today. There's a fortune locked up in your mortgage that could give you $1 million retirement. Learn how to uncover it in my next video, Essential Steps to Retirement Security.